A big question for many Bulls fans for this offseason was, what does the future hold for Andre Drummond? Some Bulls fans even holding out hope that Andre Drummond could become the new starting center for the Chicago Bulls. Well, we got our answer at the start of free agency. We're going to talk about it all and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host, Sir Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. And so Andre Drummond signed a 2-year, $10 million contract with the Philadelphia 76ers to return to a team that he played one season for before, was a backup center for them. And the Philadelphia 76ers are always looking for quality backups to Joel Embiid. He's also somebody that can play next to Joel Embiid as well. And while Andre Drummond had 2 solid seasons for the Chicago Bulls, last season averaging 8 points per game and 9 rebounds and only 17 minutes played, Andre Drummond was always looking for a bigger role on a team that's probably contending going into this offseason. And while a lot of Bulls fans had hope that Andre Drummond could stay with the Chicago Bulls, even though I had my doubts, we now know for a fact. The question now that this raises for the Chicago Bulls is, how do they replace the production of a guy who got you a near double-double in only 17 minutes? And while, Adama Sanogo is right there having a big season in the G League last year, being a player that the Bulls just signed to a qualifying offer, of course the Bulls may want to go look for a more surefire thing, even if it is just insurance in case Adama Sanogo does not work out as a backup center. That's a case use for that. Adama Sanogo also went to UConn just like Andre Drummond did. He's, of course, a little bit smaller than Andre Drummond, but he is shown in the G League averaging over 20 points and 10 rebounds per game, also over a block and a half per game. Adama Sanogo did a lot in the G League, and many people think that he's shown now that he deserves an opportunity to at least be a backup at the NBA level. And so we're going to see if that ends up being the case for him at that next level. And, we'll see what the Bulls end up doing. But the bigger question now is, with the big penguin out of here, who's going to be the backup center for the Chicago Bulls? Some Bulls fan even asked who's going to be the starting center for the Chicago Bulls. Now, the Bulls could have addressed this by going big man in the draft. They decided to go with Matas Buzelis, somebody with tremendous upside. So the question now is, as free agency heads on for the Chicago Bulls, with DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine still as of this recording, not signing or being elsewhere on other teams, how are the Bulls going to address the backup center? And we'll see that. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are down below. Make sure you guys are following the show at Bulls Central Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullcentralpod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail for the mailbag, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. We are the number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related, thanks to you guys. And like I like to end every episode on, go Bulls. Love you guys. See red if you can, y'all. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.